Adding a panorama point of interest using BuildAR. Hi everyone, this video I'm going to show you how to create a panorama using BuildAR. But before I do that, I thought I'd share with you the screen on my mobile phone, my iPhone, to just run through a couple of apps that are quite useful for creating your panorama or your panoramic image. The first one I would suggest is 360 Panorama. Really easy to use. Just hit start and make sure you have a well enough lit environment, and then you can export it using email. And the same goes for Photosynth. Again, you just go around the 360 degrees, and if there's any frames that aren't automatically being taken, you can override that manually. But again, you just export your finished product using email, and then you can bring them into BuildAR. Okay, as mentioned in the previous video, I'm now going to show you how to add a panorama. So first of all, I go to add a point of interest and select panorama. And by default, there's a panorama already there. So if I just click on that panorama and replace image, I can now drag an image across. Okay, that image is now loaded. I'm not going to worry about cropping, so I'll just skip that step, and I'll enter a radius of the image. And now I can just have a look at that. And I'll look at it in 2D. Okay, if you're wondering what this is, it's the car park to Coffs Harbour Glenray Street campus. Okay, so we also have a projection here, which is by default the BuildAR logo. So I'll replace that image and I'll drag across an image. And I'll skip cropping as well. Close that. Now I'll go to the layout and I'll go into 2D mode and click on that, and I'll just change the scale, bring that down to about 10%, and I'll just leave the position for the time being. Okay, and now I need to do an action. So for this one, let's make it send an email. And I'll type in my email address. Okay, so just an overview. I can see my icon there and the backdrop panorama, so that all looks fine. So what I'll do now is see how that looks on the mobile phone. And I'll just wait for it to load. Okay, so there's the car park, and here is the projection that I created earlier, which looks like a social network sort of projection. That's sort of what I had in mind when I put it together. Now I'm going to touch that and see if the action of generating an email works. Yes, it does. Brilliant. Okay, so I'll just get out of that, go back to the channel. So that's again what we need to be doing when we're creating these points of interest, is to always check on your mobile device how it looks, how it's situated. Is it in the right place? Is it the right proportion? And of course, does the action work? Thank you very much.